Today we have a very entertaining issue about the most unusual vehicles. Yes, most of them will be cars of bizarre shapes and characteristics, but today we will have enough time to drive and swim and take off on something unusual. So hello everyone, and here we go. Bigfoot or monster truck? Everyone knows that this car is a stylized pickup truck modified or specially built with a very large wheels, a suspension with a big running, and an extremely powerful engine. Basically, they are created for monster jam shows. People who come to such shows want to see how these monsters crush other cars, do somersaults, jump over obstacles like a whole plane, and do other interesting things. Their wheels have a radius of 66 inches, but this can hardly surprise anyone anymore. And here, Bigfoot number 5, smack dab from the Guinness Book of World Records. Its height, 15.4 feet. The elevation of the tires, 9.8 feet, and it weighs 3,800 pounds. It was built by Bob Chandler and is one of the monster trucks with the biggest wheels in the world. Such wheels are used in all-terrain vehicles that have plowed the expanses of Alaska. Bigfoot is the record holder of the Guinness Book of World Records in just 3 nominations. It is the tallest, the broadest, and the heaviest monster truck in the world. Now, Bigfoot 5 is a permanent parking display in the city of St. Louis and is being periodically shown at local festivals. So when the next time you'll be touring around Missouri, don't forget to view this monster and make a photo while standing inside its wheel. Cupcake machine. No, not the one on which they make cupcakes, delicious small cupcakes. This is a machine where you can, for example, get to work if the police don't stop you, of course. Such interesting cupcake car is equipped with an electric motor that gives you a maximum speed of 6.8 miles per hour, so it's hardly possible to break the rules. Flatmobile. The creator of this technology miracle is the well-known craftsman Perry Watkins, who is still known as the creator of the smallest car in the world, but more about this will come later. The prototype of this machine was Batmobile, based on the production car of Hillman, 1961, which was subject to a radical alteration within 18 months. After this time, we saw a new superhero's car from the DC Comics. The design of the car was quite interesting and memorable. Its length was 12 feet with 5.2 feet, and attention, its height. Its length is 12 feet, its width is 5.2 feet, and attention, its height, a record-breaking 18.8 inches. This car is the lowest in the world. Jet engine is installed at the back. It can make a sharp lead ahead due to the jet engine, which at that time consumes 3 liters of aviation fuel per minute. But that's all. The machine moves with a conventional internal combustion engine. On closer inspection, it turns out that the turbine is just a snag, which makes it possible to create a spectacular fire trail behind the car. As I promised further, we have one more car from Perry. Wind Up is the smallest car in the world. It only took 7 months to create the car. During this short time, Perry managed to make false exhaust pipes and a janitor and a windshield washer, side mirrors, and the brand new fiberglass body. At the heart of this design is an autographic chassis. As for the size of this miracle, its width is 2.1 feet, length is 4.2 feet, and the height is only 3.4 feet. Since it meets all the technical requirements for operation, the car was officially registered and was allowed to be used on public roads without restrictions. To everyone's surprise, the car accelerates up to 40 miles per hour and uses 4 liters of gasoline per every 60 miles. The off-road car of the Romanian company, whose name literally translated to rescue. A 4-wheel drive with the power of 500 horses, it can hold up to 11 people in length, and 6 can be placed behind at the universal trailer on runnels that can be used as a boat or sled. It feels comfortable on all types of surfaces, from rough water to dirt, sand, and snow. Starting from its design and finishing with all the possibilities, it is the closest to the original copy of the Dolphin. At the same time, a submarine which accelerates up to 43.4 miles per hour. But the distinguishing feature of this thing is that it knows how to drive like a dolphin out of the water, swing from side to side, ride on the tail and side, and wag its fins. In one word, it sports like the most intelligent fish in the world. There are different colors, dolphins and sharks, as well as different engine powers. But such entertainment will cost you $156,000. A motorcycle from Kerry McLean. McLean began designing his one-wheeled motorcycles from 1971 and has since continued to improve his creations with each new model. To ride on such thing, you almost need to lay on the seat and you press on the gas. In the end, you can turn out to be on your back. It looks very entertaining. Kerry equipped his motorcycles with a variety of motors, beginning from a lawnmower of 5 horsepower and ending with a full 8-cylinder engine Buick. Kerry has a website where you can buy one of his motorcycles as well as many interesting moto products. Batmobile. The original from the movies Batman Beginning and from The Dark Knight you can see in Jay Leno's garage. But today, everyone who is flush with money can buy a replica of this famous machine. The Batmobile is a military car designed for crossing the water and repainted by Wayne in black color. Initially, it had such a military color. I know all about the capabilities of this car. With it, you can break down walls, get acquainted with girls, and surely think of something else. French specialists became famous all over the world thanks to unique projects of ATVs, among which was the most popular of this series. First, Louis made a really cool ATV with a Yamaha engine, and then the Frenchman decided to install a 3-liter 8-cylinder engine from the Ferrari into a compact ATV chassis. As a result, the quadcycle had a capacity of 250 horsepower and a weight of 1,500 pounds. To control extremely high power, the creator used a gearbox from a BMW M3. The power unit is the technology of the automotive industry. However, all control is provided by the motorcycle steering. One of the most expensive houses was presented by Volkner Mobile Company. This 50-feet palace on wheels is worth almost $2 million. There is a kitchen with all accessories, luxurious beds, and huge shower. Also, there's an 800-liter tank of fresh water, but the stick of this car is a garage. Yes, the garage between the divided wheels, designed for sports cars with low seating. By the way, for a Ferrari in the garage, you will have to pay separately about $200,000 since you put an eye on such a car. It's not a problem traveling with it. You can stop, take the smart car, drive around the neighborhood, go back and continue your journey. If we've already talked today about cars, motorcycles, and watermobiles, let's take off on something unusual. Clearly not many people heard about this creation. It's terrible to even look at, not to mention flying. Unfortunately, we can see it only on black and white photos and terrible film since the project was closed as far back as 1921, but it's worth a minute of attention. It had an unusual aerodynamic scheme. 9 wings were located in a tandem in 3 packages along an airplane scheme. In other words, it was a triple tripplane. It was installed with 8 engines with a total capacity of 300 horsepower. And this triplane is the record holder for the fastest in operation. It officially went into an exfoliation in March 4th, 1921, and on March 4th, 1921, it also went out. After takeoff for 60 feet, it fell down like a rock into a lake. None of the pilots were injured. That was a good prototype. BMW iZeta. In the current crisis post-war situation, the economical iZeta proved to be very popular. For 8 years of production, the creators made 3 variants of the car model, 250, 300, and a 4-seat version, as well as the BMW 600. The most exciting part is, you probably didn't catch sight of the doorknobs. When this door is open, the steering wheel moves with it. iZeta is equipped with a 4-stroke engine with a power of only 13 horsepower. But it was enough to become the most popular car at the time. Of all others, Izetta gave the Bavarian motor factories an opportunity to rise from the ashes of the war and start producing wonderful cars that we now see with the BMW brand on the hood. Thanks to all who watched to the end.